So all are there now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what I mentioned that it can withstand high voltages. High voltage, how it can withstand? That is, its construction will be changed. Gradually we will go into that how it can change its construction. And by
Doping is lighter.
yes, lighter doping means the
High voltage is stand.
lighter doping means what? Lighter doping means the mobility of the electrons will be lesser. So what will happen if there is less amount of mobility? The conduction will create some resistance. There will be no conductance. Hey, mute karo. Anybody, please mute yourself. Everybody, please mute yourself. Okay, so this is the thing. So this way it can withstand high power or high voltage. So we have mentioned that high breakdown voltage can be achieved by inserting a N minus layer. N minus layer is the lightly doped material, lightly doped layer in a particular section. Due to this, the on-state resistance is going to be very high, very high, and practically ideally infinite. This resistance practically infinite, so it can withstand very high voltage. Now the minority carrier switches means high breakdown voltage we can achieve by inserting N minus layer in a particular section. Due to this, the on-state resistance is going to be decreased due to conductivity modulation. Okay. For majority carrier switches, no stored charges are available, and stored charges are available for minority carrier switches. Switching speed is very fast, switching speed is very low for minority carrier. MOSFET, Schottky, diode, these are the different examples of majority carrier switches. For minority carrier switches, these are BJT, CR, GTO, power diode, IGBT. Okay. Now the majority carrier switches are having positive temperature coefficient. The minority carrier switches are having negative temperature coefficient device. Okay, now we'll discuss about the power diode. As I've mentioned already to you that power diode, how it will work in the signal level, that you can see, you can observe. In this case you can see that power diode, signal level diode and power level diode. What you can see in the signal level diode, that P and N are together to make junction. One is here, one terminal is anode and cathode. Now in this case of power level diode, what you can see that in between P and N junction there is N minus, that is lightly doped region. N minus region is there. Here it is connected with the supply and the load. So the difference between these is low ratings, low voltage, low current, low power, and for this here it is high ratings. Okay. So signal diodes cannot withstand thousands of voltages. So we need to change the construction. Now what we are doing here, a lightly doped N minus layer will be there in the case of power diode. Lightly doped material can withstand high voltage. In this case, Pn minus N. The construction is like that, na? So conducting layers. Between the two conducting layer, a lightly doped conducting layer is inserted. So here between two plates, one positive another negative, a lightly doped layer is inserted, and it is looking like a capacitance. There is two highly doped and charged plate. In between that, the n minus layer will be acting as a dielectric medium of capacitor. So the total construction is just like a capacitor. So this looks like a dielectric medium between two charged layers, and so it is like a capacitor. Okay, so power level diode, you can see that its construction is being changed in such a way that in between the two charged highly doped layers, one lightly doped layers are inserted, and the total construction is like a capacitor, and the lightly doped inserted region is like a dielectric medium of capacitor. Now let us consider when we apply the voltage, supply voltage across the power diode. Okay, when reverse bias is applied, the total voltage appears across n minus layer only. So it will just block the current to pass through Pn minus n layers, and it will look like a capacitor. Now when forward bias is applied, the majority charge carriers in the P region are holes, and in the N region are electrons. Now the holes are trying to enter into N minus region. Okay. Now the majority charge carriers in the N minus layer will be electrons, and minority carriers will be holes. So the minority carriers, that is holes, are injected into the N minus layers. The process of this injection is called conductivity modulation. Up to this, anybody has any doubt? It is a practical switch, so it will take sufficient time to start the conduction. So current is not flowing immediately because N minus layer will offer high resistance at the beginning. With increase of hole injection, now with the increase of hole injection, the resistance decreases to small finite resistance, but it never becomes zero. That finite resistance is called the on-state resistance. Okay. From starting of conduction to coming to a continuous conduction, the conduction is called transition. The duration is called the transition period. And during this interval, the resistance are variable and it vary from maximum to minimum. During the on-state model, the power diode will be looking like this variable resistance and with capacitance. This is the in series with the DC supply. Okay, what is the variable resistance? Variable resistance is N minus layer during the transition, because the resistance is not equal all the time. It was initially very high, and with the hole injection, what happens? The resistance is gradually decreasing and comes to a finite value, but never it becomes zero. So that finite resistance is called the on-state resistance. Now from starting of conduction to coming to a continuous conduction, duration is called transition period. And during this interval, the resistance are variable, vary from minimum to maximum. So during on-state model, the power diode is looking like this. And C is what? Why it is C? Because I have already mentioned that P, between P and N, one N minus region is there. So that combines C. And the resistance is the in layer during transition. Okay, so power diode is minority carrier device. Since here conduction is due to allowing minority charge carrier into n minus layer. So this is the reason why power diode is minority carrier. Why power diode is minority carrier? Because the allowing minority carrier will create the current conduction. Which one is minority carrier in this case? Here the minority carrier are hole. Holes are the minority carrier, and due to the conduction or due to allowing minority carrier, since the conduction starts, so here it is called minority carrier device. Okay, so now we will discuss some of the characteristics of power diode. Characteristics of power diode we will discuss. This is our characteristics diagram of power. Here in the signal level diode, there is no lightly doped material so that it cannot block such high voltages. Now to increase the high voltage power handling capacity, we can increase by inserting a lightly doped material between the P and N layer. Okay, as we have already discussed. So during reverse biased condition. During reverse biased condition of power diodes, its equivalent representation is a parallel plate capacitor. During reverse biased condition, its equivalent representation is only a parallel plate capacitor. Now during the forward biased condition, the holes from the P layer enter into N minus layer, and here the holes in N minus layer are the minority carriers. The process of injecting minority charge carriers into N minus layer is called conductivity modulation. As long as the conduction is going to establish or takes place, then resistance offered by N minus layer is going to decrease to a finite value. During transition period, the resistance is varying continuously, so it is a variable resistance. Therefore, during forward bias condition, the equivalent representation of power diode is RC series circuit with DC supply, where R is the variable one. Now you can see here in this picture, this is the characteristics of power diode. Here during off state, you can see this is the voltage from plus to minus, and this one is the current characteristics. This is the voltage characteristics, how the voltage is going on. So this one is the forward peak. Initially it was in the blocking state, so when it started conducting, so that means the current conduction started. This is the transition period. You can see here, you can see that the voltage is at this point is maximum, so it is the peak voltage or forward peak, and it is actually the voltage of 15 to 20 volts forward peak. Then after that it will reduce to a certain value. This is not zero, this is the forward conduction or on state, that is the diode is in conduction now. Okay, so here as I have mentioned that R is not never be zero, so that conduction is coming out. So from this to this is the forward conduction on state drop, and this is actually a 2 to 3 volt. Okay, and these are the timing, suppose T1, T2, T3, this way it is going on. This is the capacitor charging, so capacitor is charged. Now at T4 it will be at the off state or off transition period, and this is the on state from T1 to T2. It is on state. Off state started from T1, sorry, T2, and there you can see the voltage has not stopped conducting, so voltage is still continuing the same forward conduction state. At T4 it is decreasing to reverse peak. So the conduction state off state started from T2, and it has some transition region. At 0 it comes, then after 0 it comes to negative portion of this voltage, and then again it will start conducting, or again it will increase, and this portion is known as reverse recovery current. So the total time taken from anode current equal to 0 to anode current or reverse recovery current by 4 is known as reverse recovery time, or TRR. This one is the TRR, reverse recovery time. That is up to this point. That is IRR by 4. Area under this triangular wave is average value, that is half into magnitude into TRR, this value. It takes large time to turn off. Power diode is slow device. If reverse recovery time is less, device comes to off state fast. At T3, if it is possible to reduce reverse recovery charge, then it comes to off state immediately. Okay, so this is all about the power diode. So up to this,